Hey, what's up everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Check this out. I have one brand new, I believe it's a 2021 model, the Revo 3.3. I ran 5 tanks through this. I did the heat cycles. I didn't follow their braking instructions. I don't really care for that. And here is a 10-year-old Revo 3.3. And let me tell you, not much has changed within these models. There is some with the radio, some of the technology and stuff has changed, but other than that, they're pretty much the same. So yeah, my cousin ended up buying this one for his son, John. And I'll tell you what, man, they ran this thing, I guess, from my best of my knowledge, about 10 years ago. They ran maybe a couple tanks. It's very little runtime, and then it stopped working for them. And I'll show some pictures either while I'm talking here, or I'll show them at the end of the videos how I had to break this thing down before I even started it. Because the motor seemed to be locked up. I just had to free it up, take it all apart, take the carburetor apart, clean it all up. I also refreshed the air filter. The battery packs obviously were dead after that many years, so I'm using the packs out of my current, the green one you just saw. All right, so this will be the first start. This motor is completely cold. I do have my heat gun up there. I don't think I'm gonna have to worry about heat issues right now. I can pretty much hear if it's starting to overheat, but we'll check it if necessary. Had a few issues with this thing. Maybe I'll explain that at the end of the video, but for right now, just want to get it fired up. So let's go ahead and see what she does. Question for you guys. Ever since brand new, it seems like you got to hold this starter and hit this button and you got to move it around like there's a loose connection, but I couldn't find any loose connection. So I don't understand why sometimes it fires right over and sometimes you got to keep tapping the button for it to fire up. Maybe you can comment below and let me know about that. So let's go ahead and get this baby fired up. Let's make sure everything's powered on. You can hear all your servos working, throttle. Yeah, we're at fire there. So this will be the first fire up, the first start, and it's sat probably a good week or two. It is full of nitrous. Let me find the exhaust pipe here. Maybe we'll choke it a little bit. Yeah, I can already hear that she wants to do something. There we go, she's starting to fire up. She is running really rich. As you can see all that smoke there. Just let her warm up and get her up to operating temperatures real quick. So let her run here a little bit and then we'll get her on out. Now, like I said, all I really want to do here is listen to it, just run it around a little bit. I think that's about good enough. Get her a few minutes of running. Now we'll start cranking on the throttle a little bit. The high-speed needle is set 4 turns out or something like that. Okay, now I want to see her get in the second gear here possibly. Let's get her over here a little bit. See here? So far she's running good. That's half throttle approximately. Three-quarter throttle. Still no second gear. We're gonna probably have to lean it out, but I want to get it up to operating temps before I do so. So let's try it here. There's second gear. I don't know if you heard that. Now here pretty soon I'm gonna get the heat gun out on it. I like that trail of smoke I see. Now I'm gonna do my first full throttle hit right here. Let me get it towards, okay, here we go. Full throttle. There's second gear. I like the where that's hitting right there. That sounds really good. I don't know if you guys can hear that in the video or not. Second, right there. It's actually not too bad. We'll get it in. We'll get a temp on the motor. Let's see what she's doing. I'm sure if I leaned it out a little bit more, I could get it to, I gotta grab my heat gun. Let's let it sit there and idle for a little bit. Had to get my heat gun here. Let's see what she's doing. $190, 188, not bad. 170, I don't know if you guys can see that. So yeah, I'll show you up in this camera in case this one didn't pick it up. But as you can see, it's at 170. I hit 188 at one point, but that's okay. Let's go ahead and let me grab my tuning screwdriver. Almost like I came unprepared here. Kind of clear it out a little bit. So being that we're running 170, I would like to turn it. I'm gonna lean it out, which is going clockwise. You're screwing it in to lean it out. Set this here. And this way it'll probably end up shifting a lot sooner. There it goes. Oh man, you guys should have heard that, huh? Yeah, you should be able to hear that. Hopefully you did. Yeah, this thing's shifting just fine, no problems. I do like how I hear or see the trail of blue smoke. And once I get this thing fully broke in after about another 2-3 tanks, then we're gonna take and do some speed runs. Yeah, I'm liking that. All right, let's get another heat temp on that. I'm really liking it so far. The way she's handling. 20. At 188. Yeah, she's running a little warm. I'm gonna back it off a hair. Even though I do see that, I don't really trust that heat gun a whole lot. I'm gonna back it off a quarter turn. That way it'll give it a little bit more richness there. Let's see. But I'm not really trying to lean out on this, this tank here. Wow. Yeah, you could tell just by backing it off that 8th turn that you see a lot more of that blue smoke. So I'm going to leave it here. So it's about 4.5 turns from in. Yep, still hitting second gear. So I'm gonna leave it like this for at least, probably for at least 2 more tanks before I start richening it up some. Gotta love the nitros. Nice and stable. That second gear is pretty snappy. I'm liking it. Let's see how we are in nitro fuel. I like the braking on it. Oh, we still got a half a tank in there. She's still sounding good. Yep, through the whole throttle and nothing but the blue smoke, which is very good. That's what I want to see. Oh, my first wipeout. That's all right. It's starting to get carried away now. Gotta get them battle scars in, right? At least I didn't have to do the walk of shame. Oh man, you see that wheelie? It just hit a bump that lifted it up. I almost need safety glasses. He's full trigger in this stone. Yep. She's sounding really good. I'm really liking it. The first time I actually got it out besides idling the tank. Even half throttle she's shifting in the second gear, no problem. I could get this thing leaned out much more than this, but again, I'm just breaking it in. You guys own a Revo 3.3? This one came with the Bluetooth modular. This is that 2021 version. Oh yeah, she's running rich. I like it so far. Can imagine when this thing breaks in what it's gonna do. Hey, there goes Steve. That's my neighbor over there. What's up, Steve? All right, let's check some temps. I mean, she's sounding good. She ain't sounding like it's... Let's see, we get a different approach here. Yeah, about 235. Put it over here. 240. Yeah, she's getting warm. 270. 221. Yeah, go ahead and see where we're at on the fuel. Yeah, about a quarter tank. Go ahead and turn this off. So yeah, I had one wipeout, no big deal. Just a couple scratches off the back, no big deal. Other than that, she's a powerhouse. She really ran pretty good. Motor got a little warm towards the end of that run. We are, let's see, we got probably 1/8 of a tank left. And I'm gonna run the rest of that out off camera. But here, as you can see, she's shifting great, running great. It was getting a little warm in the temp, so I'm gonna let it heat cycle. And very important, guys, reach underneath here, find your flywheel, okay? And turn it before it gets cold. Turn it until you feel no compression. Because with that type of piston in there, it could end up thinking you might have your motor locked up, but it's in that pinch zone of the top dead center of the cylinder. So you want to pull that piston down. So especially, this is very important during your break-in. And then that way you won't have any problems next time you go fire it up. So But that's the problem I was having with this. And during this thing idling, it stripped the spur gear. That could be because the motor wasn't set, the mesh wasn't set properly to the motor, which I did go around and check all the nuts and bolts, but that's one thing I didn't check was my gear mesh. I'm pretty sure it was just off in the factory. Oh, and I am running, instead of the stock 38 tooth pinion, I am running a 36 steel pinion, which is, who's it? Hot Racing makes it. The steel metal spur gear I put in here. And I have no problems. I did have to make an adjustment because I went a couple teeth shorter. There's an adjuster in here to rock the motor back and forth to do your alignment of your, well, I should say clutch bell and your spur. But yeah, very nice, guys. I'm very impressed so far. Can't wait to lean it out and get this thing going. So right now I got to take the receiver pack out of here and put it in my nephew's truck and see what that thing could do after sitting for 10 years. Stay tuned. Okay, check this out. 10 years old. I did strip this motor down, carburetor, clean the fuel tank, some other odds and ends that I had to clean up, and of course cleaning the whole thing up, making sure everything operated. I did start it up and probably ran it for a little bit, which I'll show a clip of that towards the end of this video. That would have been the very first start. And here is it now, full of fuel, ready to go. Let's see how she does. This one, again, it's 4 turns out from in, the high-speed needle. The factory low speed on both the trucks are set factory. This is running stock gearing. This is basically out of the box and only ran a few times and it quit running. So not sure exactly what the issue was on that, but there was a leak and there was a bunch of oily goo on the bottom of the motor. Not sure what that was from, but hopefully I fixed it. So let's go ahead. Everything's powered on. As you can see, it's got the old style remote. The one that has the, where I guess you put your phone here or something like that. It's the older model. I got to locate him a battery door for this. But other than that, let's see what she does. Oh, everything is powered on. See what I'm saying? Like a couple of times you got to hit it. They've done this to mine too. I don't know if his starter's going out for them trying to start it all the time years ago, or if there's something I need to take apart in that starter system. I'm not sure. You guys comment below. Let me know, you know, your thoughts on this. So let's see. I don't have any GoPro. I can't get any GoPro footage on this one because I don't have the mount on top of the controller like you saw in the other one. Yeah, something in there is not grabbing. I'm not sure why, but you guys are seeing it here. I mean, I'm not doing anything different than I did when I first started it up. There we go. Hear it? Yeah. Yeah. Oh, as you can see, she's running better. This thing here got a little bit warm. All right, guys. Let's sit here and let it idle for a little bit. You can see the blue trail of smoke there. All right, 10 years, baby. There you go, John. This one's for you. I told you I wanted to get her in the second gear. I'm not gonna do nothing but just ride it around. Get it somewhat up to operating temperatures and then you know, I wonder if it's because it's kind of chilly out here is why it was doing that. I'm not sure as far as that starting issue. Again, the tuning is 4 turns out. I broke it in the same way that I did mine from new. So I'm not even half throttle, guys. I'm just getting it out there and warming it up before I start getting on it. God, I love the smell of that nitrous. Okay, we're gonna start ramping into it. check the idle. No reason to check for temps right now. So I want to make sure she's going to idle good. Yeah, she sounds really good. Starting to load up there a little bit. All right, let's start getting in it a little bit more. Let's see if we get that 2-speed tranny to work. That was about half throttle. She's a screaming. Which that doesn't mean nothing. Sorry if I'm getting out of range here, guys. It's getting turned around. Probably hasn't warmed up enough. You guys got to be patient. Let it get up to operating temp before you start messing with adjustments. All right, she's just screaming in first gear. So that could be a combination of things, you know. That could be the transmission could be sticking inside there from sitting all them years. Or it might just have to tune the motor a little bit. Oh, she's just whining, screaming, give me that second gear. Okay. She's screaming for that second gear, guys. I haven't adjusted or haven't pulled that transmission apart yet. That's the only thing I haven't done. Sounds like she's either sticking or is shifting way too late from the factory from when they got it. It's one of the two. All right. Or the slipper could be slipping too. And not grabbing all the way up, but I don't want to burn it up, but you can see that it's, she is running really rich. Go ahead and get a quick temp on it. You can also touch it and feel it. About 250. I don't like this heat gun. I need to get a new heat gun. Yeah, I do not like this heat gun at all. So I just held her wide open and she's just screaming in that first gear. I'm gonna try to lean her out some. Hey, she don't sound like she's running hot. You guys know what it sounds like when they run hot. So I'm gonna go ahead. We'll lean her out just a 1/16 of a turn. And maybe let's see if she'll hit second gear here. Nope, that's transmission, guys. Something's sticking or it's not adjusted properly. As you can see, that's first gear all the way. Nope. So I'm gonna go ahead and richen it back up. You know what? Tell you what, guys. All right, everybody. So I don't want to keep revving this thing out. You know, motor's running at a pretty high RPM in that first gear. I have a feeling something's sticking in the trans or just maybe a minor adjustment in the trans. I might even have to pull it. That's why you shouldn't let these things sit without maintaining them. But other than that, I'll get down to the starter issue unless you guys can help me out. what your thoughts are, because I've never broke into one of these starter mechanisms. Yeah, is it the one-way bearing going out, or do we have a leak somewhere? I mean, I'm sorry, not a leak. I'm checking for a leak as I said that. So yeah, well, hey, still impressive for being, you know, 10 years old and just sitting with fuel in it and the batteries and everything in it. The amount of dust on it, man, it was come out pretty clean though, I'll tell you that. So yeah, all I got to do is figure out why second gear's not kicking in, and this thing will be ready to rock and roll. And a new heat gun. So somebody please give me a link to or the name of a really good company, or probably one of the top-notch heat guns that are on the market. That's fine. I like to have one. It's better to be safe than sorry. I have a different heat gun that's more accurate, but sometimes it doesn't work all the time when you squeeze the trigger. This one here seems to register a lot higher than what it should be. I'm just gauging off my old temp gun. So yeah, anyway guys, all I gotta say is I'm having a blast out here. How much fuel do we got left here? Now there's still a half a tank left in this one. I kind of really wanted to see how much faster it'd go from the 36 to the from the stock 38 to the 36 steel that I put in the other one, which I do have a GNSS speed meter that I can use once I get this one dialed in. So hey guys, man, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, man, please like, comment, subscribe, share this video out to your friends. Because I tell you what, I have a lot of RC cars. I have a brand new USA 1. I just dialed the motor in. I'm sorry, I just broke that motor in. And I don't, how can I explain this? To do a break-in video, they're so boring. There's so many of them out there. And there's a lot of great YouTubers out there, creators, that do break-ins. Me personally, I like to get into the meat, you know. Let's just go have some fun. So I'm saving all the boring stuff and showing you how I treat my nitro cars. But I do have the USA Nitro, the 3-speed, that's brand new. I ran 5 tanks through it. I did like the heat cycle and everything, like back in the day. I soon will have a nitro rustler coming to the channel. And what else? I have all kinds of stuff that I need to get caught up on. Right now I've got a lot of personal matters. I will get through them, and I will promise you nothing but great content. Like again, if you enjoyed, please hit that like button. That like button is very important, guys. I really appreciate it. And subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Hey, have a great day, and we'll see you in the next video. Here you go, Mr. John. I'm gonna start it up for the first time. I already got it powered on. You will need a new battery pack for it because yours was dead after all them years. What, 9 years, 10 years, whatever. I did put some batteries in here. You need to find this back door for this, or you could figure out something to hold it. But there you go, the steering works. Everything works there. Go ahead and take, this is my starter. I got your battery charging, which I'm assuming that yours is gonna be bad. Let's put it in here. Sometimes it takes a little bit here. I think my starter's taking a crap. There you go, buddy. Alright, now here we're going to show you that it's up to operating temps. I got about 120, 160, 170 is usually operating, but it's warmed up just enough there. It's only been about 2-3 minutes I let idle. So I'm going to go ahead and fire it back up and just do a little cruise around the thing. You'll see it's running really rich, which was what I want because it sat so long. Man, you should have seen all the stuff I had to do to break this thing down. The whole motor was practically in pieces, and fuel tank, everything, carburetor, had to go through the whole thing. But here we go. now this one here is going to have your air filter on and your body, of course. Didn't come with the clips, so I put some new body clips on there for you. I'm going to go ahead and fire it up. Dude, all I gotta do now is tune this bitch and you know, get the second gear to go. And I'm just in my driveway right now. This ain't very short driveway. It's only like 16 or maybe 20 foot long. Looks probably longer in the video, but regardless, man, I got this baby all cleaned up. I'm very sure this thing's gonna be like brand new when I give it back to you. It'll be pre-tuned, everything like that. You just need to get you a fresh quart or a gallon of whatever nitro fuel. Do not use the stuff that you guys had for the past however many years, because that shit's bad. Get some good fuel. I'll show you what to do. But there you go, man. The next video will show it running in second speed, full speed, everything, because I want this thing dialed in when I bring it back. All right, dude. Love you, brother. We'll talk to you later.